Hello and welcome back. Let's get stuck into it today. Another episode of Craftless here. I think we're up to 18, but I've got a bunch of things to go through. Look at that zombie just disappear. Idiot. Now, firstly, let's get through this real quick. Stop spinning around. The map, where we finished last time. Now, I've changed it, right? I used to have all the wood in there. I've got the map all over there, because look at this. This isn't just bad placing. The maps are broken. We had an update, which is great. Loving the update. But the maps are broken, so even when I had them placed down normally here, they were broken. So I'm going to wait till 4J do their thing and fix it. I know they'll do it shortly. But yeah, we'll just leave that like that for now, and then we'll come back to it. I think I'm going to do a little bit differently anyway. Okay, where do we start? There's a new building there, and we've got some new stuff around. I don't really know where to start. We may as well start... I don't really want to start with that building. Let's go over to the castle quickly. Now, I'm just going to try and... Don't look, okay? No spoilers. Don't look at anything. So, the update was great, okay? Had a lot of things, which we all knew were coming. And it meant that I had to do some traveling to get some new materials. There ended up being some of the new biomes just over that way. It was quite a hike actually, but I got some saplings, so that means that I don't have to worry about traveling over there all the time. The only things that I can't access easily are mesa biome, which doesn't really provide much other than red sand. Like, there's a lot of hardened clay, but I can get that myself. So that's fine. Okay, let's just start here. I've started to work on a bit of an entrance, because I was always going to do it. I haven't done the thing there. I was always going to do a bit more of an impressive entrance than just the arch that was there. So, started working on this, and I've actually got a little bit of a horse stable and storage area here, which I always just had a fence across, which looked horrible. So plenty of hay in there for whatever the horse's name is. Can't remember. It's a bit horrible. But Spot, you're Spot, right? Where's your name tag at? He's got a name tag on. That's definitely Spot. His collar's white. Yeah. And then, yeah, just some storage here for those sorts of things, which is fine. Or one of the things I like in the update, I'm not going to do it, but if you click on... or trigger on one of these things in the item frame, it actually just pops out rather than breaking the item frame, which is awesome. Now, down here, I've been doing some hard work, and the bedroom's the same. That's pretty much the same, a little bit different, but look at this. Okay, so obviously new blocks in the game. I'm going to have to expand this sucker out. So, we've got oak, birch, jungle, spruce, then acacia and dark oak. So new blocks there. That's great. We can now make these viney cobble blocks by using vines and cobble together. Cracked brick we can put in the furnace, and that makes that. These are some of the other blocks I can't get to easily. The granite, andesite, diorite. Did I get that right? No, that one's diorite. Diorite, andesite. I always get it mixed up. I got a bunch of slime balls from some slimes, which was nice. And yeah, so just working on all the redstone here, which is always fun. So I know how to do the storage part of it, but the thing that I'm trying to work out is I know how to do auto furnaces, right? The fuel goes in the top, and then no, is that right? I can't remember. Fuel either goes in the top or on the side. And I've just got to work out how. I want pretty much to just be able to chuck all the coal and everything that needs to be smelted in the box up there and make it come through automatically. I've got it so that it can, like, once it's smelted, it comes through here and then goes back up to the chest, and then we'll go into wherever the cooked or smelted item will go. So, for example, the iron will go into where the iron goes once it's smelted. So that's fine. So just a little bit more work to do here. Going to tidy up that bit in the end. But that's coming along. Looks nice. I've got a bunch of new enchanted things, which is great. Because of the new enchanting system, I carry lapis around. Look at this inventory. What a mess. I carry lapis around now, which is great. and it means I'm not going to take the horse because I've got a lot to talk about. It means that it only cost me 3 levels now instead of 30 each time that I enchant, which is really good, provided that you're at level 30. Everyone knows how that works because it's all been on the PC for ages, but that is great. Few other things that have changed, so let me think. I've built a new house and I've started. That's not it. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. That's not it. I still haven't done the bridge across there, which I think I spoke about last time. Oh, this is gonna go forever. Let's keep going. Let's go. Now there is a building there, but I don't want to talk about it just yet. There's a little bit of stuff over here. So I've started working on a path. Look down at the ground. I've got some lots here which will be for sale. There's a big... Okay. Just ignore this for a second, right? Just ignore that. There's a nice little house here, which I made. I built this. And I think it turned out really nicely. I would buy this house. Got some of the new flowers in there and a little crop here. I don't know about the green carpet. I'd probably change it to brown. It's keeping it hydrated because there's water under there, but... So I've got it there for sale for 150 lapis. So lapis is actually valuable to me now. So let's have a look in here quickly. Bam. Blue flowers. Love the blue flowers. Dark oak. Armor stand. Armor stand's new. Put a little clock here because I thought that'd be nice. And we've got just a little sort of jetty or dock or whatever. One little furnace here with some coal in it and a little chest there. It's small, but it's enough. It's what you need. So, I thought I'd like to get a redstone lamp in here, but I was trying to conserve space. So I thought, rather than trying to power it with a redstone block or redstone and hide it, I suppose, like, there's not really anywhere I could have concealed the redstone. Let's just put an inverted daylight sensor on there. Make a little bit of skylight here. Look. Wait, why is it on now? Sun must be going down. It's fine. It works at night time. Great. Little chest there, little painting and bed. Nice little view. That's great. Cool. And then outside, I did the little piston thing that I like to do around the bottom sometimes. I don't know. It's just my style. So a little bit of a shed. Garden shed. Do I have anything in here? Really broken stone pickaxe. And where you go down to mine. I guess you could start your mine here. Obviously, you'd want to go down deeper. But that's fine. Little house. Right? Now, for this monstrosity, I did not build this. I didn't build this. You know me. I don't make things that are massive except for the castle. And it's still not that big. So, I had a block of land here for sale beside the little waterfall. And we've got a new user on here. A new user? New member of the team. Elliot. One of my sort of older good friends that he's not old. I've known him for a while. He's decided to start playing with us, so here we go. It's called the Outlook, and he probably wants you to do the tour with him, but whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway. So using a lot of light and dark colors to contrast here, he's got a lot of the new dark oak. He's somehow trapped a ocelot in here because, well, I gotta talk about that, but because of the jungle over there that used to extend here, that's where his mine goes to, and yeah, there's a lot of ocelots around, so he trapped one in here. Got these little chandelier things up here, all his chests, and then a big old wraparound balcony. So he started up in the mining campsite where everybody's supposed to. Look, the sun's going down, that means it's nearly 10 minutes. So he started where everybody else started, and he did a little bit of mining and all that sort of thing, but obviously he wanted this land so that he could build something of his own. And I made a deal with him because he didn't have a lot of physical currency and like diamonds and things like that I generally value. I decided to hire him out as some labor. So everyone saw my terrible shooting performance last time with the jungle up here. Oh yeah, I gotta show you that. I'm in normal, but I'll show you my boots in a second. They're pretty cool. I got some feather falling on them. Yeah, I said that he had to clear the whole jungle back to a certain point. So he's gone ahead and done that, and that was his form of payment, and then he ended up with a whole bunch of wood from that as well. So that's great. Wonderful. That's done, and I can eventually expand out to there when I need to. A lot of ocelots tend to spawn over here because this is all jungle. Now, let's go through enchantments quickly. I've done so much. I've been playing a lot. Now, let's have a look. Look at that bow. I can no longer repair this bow because it's too expensive to repair it, but it's got every enchantment to the max. I've done some fishing with Scott recently. He's been on doing a lot of fishing, and now that the fishing system's been updated, you can actually get valuable things. Where the hell is that spot? I think it's below me. You can get valuable things. So I've got an enchanted fishing rod, Luck of the Sea Unbreaking 1. Power 5 Infinity Unbreak. This is an amazing bow. I'm gonna cry when it explodes. Diamond pickaxe. So I just got efficiency and Unbreaking 3 on them, so I added Silk Touch because I don't mind that. That's good. We got a good little axe there and a good shovel, so that's all fine. And then look at these. Bam, Feather Falling 4, but I put some Depth Strider on them as well, which is amazing. And if you don't know what Depth Strider is, you're about to find out. It's amazing. So good. I've done a few little changes, but pretty much since Elliot came on and started playing, I decided that I'm going to start doing a few little different things here now, and I decided to go in business with him. So, because of the update, we've added this new shop, and it's The Florist, which he's named Bunch of Flora, and I put these little roses here. They're supposed to be roses, but I thought it looked pretty cool. Now, we've got every type of flower here. We've gone traveling around the map and we've found every type of flower, and this is just a really nice building, I think. Now, this is our price list. It works on a sort of tier system, so we've got top tier are 5 lapis, middle is 2 gold, and bottom is 1 iron. So that's for 1 flower. Now, so the bottom ones are generally fairly common flowers that you can get around this area. And then the middle tier are ones that you actually need to go and get. And then the top tier are ones that you have to get as well, but they're bigger bushes. Like if you look out the front, they're like these bigger sorts of ones, and the sunflowers and that. So that's our nice little florist, which kind of turned out pretty cool. You know, I'm going to use a whole episode in just talking about what I've been doing. Trust me, there'll be more. There'll be more. I've done a little bit more to the potion shop, slowly but surely. I have added a little basement down here because this is where all the brewing's going to occur. And I'm just going to put signs up so I know. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Okay, so I know what each thing does when you add it to the potion. But I'll get there. And I've just put some more of these little mossy cobble blocks around the place because keep with the theme. So that's nice. That is good. What else have we done? Let's continue on. I'm sure there's stuff I'm going to miss. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about this. You're not Bruce, are you? I'm sure you're not. Let's hope not. Now, I don't think there's anything else to update you on around here. Oh, I need to eat so I can go fast again. Oh yeah, Nether Portal stuff because of the update, but I reckon it looks cool. Like, Minecraft, 4J, Mojang, Microsoft, whoever, don't fix this. Leave this the way it is. I reckon it looks cool. Really awesome. Great addition to the game. Now, what have we got? There's one more thing that I've changed around here, I think. I hope I'm not missing anything. I'm looking down at my notes and I just run into the wall. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is the other thing. There's a sheep stuck in there. Yeah, so this is the horse stable or barn or whatever you want to call it. I added all this wood to the front. I think it looks really good. And I've done it on the back as well, and then just through here I put a little bit of sort of what's supposed to be cement through here, and then it will go out to this little grazing area. This will be where you can also buy saddles and leads and all those other sorts of things. So that's really good. The one thing that I did miss, but I'm not terribly worried about, is over in the butcher I've had to expand it a little bit inside because there's new types of meats. We can now get rabbit and mutton. So, for today's project, I think we got through everything all right there. I may have forgot something. If you saw something that you didn't know what it was or something like that, just leave a comment, let me know, and I'll update you. Today's project. Oh, yeah, the update. This is cool. So, with the update, I don't know, I think it's a little bit broken over at the castle. When it rains, it actually rains there now instead of snowing. But on the tops of high mountains, see up here how there's snow? It actually, like, it rains and then you get to a certain height and it starts to snow, which is cool. Now, this is my depth strider. Look at me swim. Look at me swim. You go the same, well, with Depth Strider 3, you go the same speed as you would running on land, which is really cool. Today's project, you're wondering why I'm coming all the way out here. Now, it's actually going to be up here. I had a pretty cool suggestion from one of our subscribers, whose name is NBDX Pancake. I will leave a link to his channel in the description. He likes to do some little vlogs and things like that sometimes. But he gave a suggestion saying that he would like to see a prison, which is something that I have honestly considered before. But I just thought we had such great people on this server style thing that we didn't need a prison. But I could be wrong. There's some dodgy stuff happening around here every now and then. Now look at this view though. This is crazy, some hills and stuff around here. Now I've started to gather a few resources and put them up here so that we can start. It's not too far away, I don't think. Like, you can still see the barn there, and we'll eventually expand out this way anyway. I'm not sure if I ever showed, but there is like a rail that comes through that mountain and then wraps this way. Well, it's not a rail yet. It was going to be a rail. So I'm thinking we could have a detour over here, and that's how the prisoners get dropped off, or we could have them come in by boat, which is fine. That's cool. Now, you're going to see a little bit on the top here. There'll be sort of prison walls up the top, but obviously this area is too small, so I'm actually going to go back down there. Jeez, I'm going to die from this, aren't I? I can just tell. I'm going to hit it the wrong way, and I'm going to die. No, I'm fine. So, what you're going to see is some of this part of the mountain here will be sort of built, not built out so much, but some of it will be replaced and look like there's been a prison tower built into it. And then there'll be little windows and that sort of thing. So, because I don't think it will actually be used in a sense that sort of people will go to prison or anything, because nobody's going to play on the server if that's what I start doing. But I was thinking we could come up with some sort of mini game that we can do within it, much like I've done in the tower and the hunting grounds. We want some things, these buildings, and the Colosseum, I suppose, these buildings that don't serve a purpose as a shop, or, well, it'll still be decorative, but they don't serve as much purpose. I think I want to make little mini games out of them. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like an escape the prison and it's a bit of a maze sort of thing. I'm not sure. If anybody's got some suggestions, let me know, because I think this episode I will just sort of build it and then I can do whatever I want with the other parts of it. Now, I have apparently been rambling for nearly 20 minutes. Isn't that great? Let's have a quick look at the color scheme here. I've gone for nether brick because I thought, yeah, you know, that could be a bit of a different color to use. I didn't want it to be all grey, and I certainly don't want it to look like a castle up on a hill. So I think this is good. We've got some iron bars. Of course we're going to use iron bars. A little bit of nether brick fence and then some stairs. I will need more of those stairs and that sort of thing, but I've got some stuff here to do that, which will be fine. So I've got my bed, got my crafting table. I think I'm good to go. You know what? I'm going to get stuck into this, and I'm probably going to come back with you once I have quite a bit of progress done, because I don't want this episode to go for an hour. So we'll be back. And welcome back. Here we are. Starting to make some progress. Now, it still looks very purple at the moment. There's a lot of blocks that will be swapped out, but just some things I wanted to point out to you. I've used, obviously you can tell here in these little sections, I've used cobble fence. And boy oh boy, I like that. I think it just adds a nice little bit of detail. Now, there's some parts that look a little bit sort of messy, like this here with this sort of cobble, and I think you'll see some on the sides here. I'm not too concerned about this because I want its backstory would be that it was built by the prisoners, for the prisoners, because people had done the wrong thing, got sent over here, and then they had to go and get the materials, or they were forced to mine the materials. Can I ever get up this hill? Mine the materials, and then they had to construct it. So, that's fine. Now, I haven't really worked out on a way to get in here yet. I think that'll have to be a lot lower, and I haven't really dug down too far just yet. So a lot of this I think will change, and otherwise it'll just, I think, look too plain. So some of these corners I think will be taken out and replaced with some stone bricks or something like that. I really like these stairs here, so I'll probably use some more. This isn't a way, and this will be cut out later. I'll go to the top and I'll sort of show you. I made a furnace because I needed one. Now, so we're up the top here, and this is just a little bit of a area where the prisoners can actually come out, and like this is, I suppose, where like you'd have your basketball hoop or whatever, your gym sort of area where they can just sort of chill out and be as happy as they can within the confines. And so this will change quite a bit yet. I haven't really done a whole lot with this. I've mainly been just trying to work on the actual structure of it and make sure that all the lines are sort of right, and then I can replace blocks. So the final product will probably look a whole lot different to this. So if we go in here, this will be probably like an iron door, but it would represent a door that only like authorized people could get through, so the prisoners couldn't go up here. And this would just be like a bit of a viewing platform, so the prison guards could... Oh, I should get some iron golems in here, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'll do that. They can watch over the prisoners. And yeah, so I just did that part there, so it's a little bit of an overhang if you didn't see it from below. Let's go out here. Just overhangs and adds a bit more depth to the building, just like these stairs do here. I'm thinking of putting some of the nether brick stairs in certain parts just to make it look a bit more broken and all that sort of thing. So that's fine. And then I've got some of these cracked bricks occasionally to represent that it's sort of aging. I've got the little iron bars up just high enough so they can't really see out. Like they can jump, I guess, but yeah. So yeah, that's just where we came in before. This will all be closed in later, and it will look all like this. Just another one here. Keep going down. And on this level, I started to work out how the cells would work. So I'm thinking, now this is my thoughts. I'm not great with redstone, but I'll work something out. These iron bars here, they will be on sticky pistons which are in there, and they'll essentially be a lever here. The gate will then open and close, so I can go through, and then we have cells here and here. We don't have a whole lot of room this way, so I think they'll just be the two cells, and I think the sticky pistons will be down and up, pushing iron bars up and down with some sort of switch somewhere. Separate switches, I think. So we'll have that sort of thing. Cool. So I haven't gone any further down, nearly starving. But that's it so far. I'll keep working on it and I will come back, but that's a good little progress update. So you can see the building process, but pretty much now, for anybody who's wondering how I generally do my builds, and I don't often do a lot of actual building on camera, and oh, I would love to go in creative to make this. This is a pain. But I started by putting a bit of a layout around with the nether brick. Lay out the area that I want to use, and then just build ugly square boxes. So there's just square box, square box, square box, squares everywhere. Then I went down there and I had a look up. I'm like, okay, I see some shapes where I want to change some things. I come back up, change some things, jump down. So it's a little bit of a longer process in survival because you've got to do all the scaffolding and that sort of thing. However, yeah, pretty much start simple and then just slowly tweak things and change things until you're happy with them. So that's pretty much the process I'm at now. I'm going to finish this part of the building off and then just start taking out some blocks and putting in stairs and changing that sort of thing. I will have to work out how I want the entrance to be. I think I want to do one way for boats to come in and one way for the mine, but I might worry about that after I've finished the prison part of it. So I might just focus on doing this for this episode, and then maybe next time you'll be able to see what I've done. Cool. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. I wanted to do this at nighttime because it's going to look amazing at nighttime, but the sun's a little way off. Let's get started. Let this be a warning to anybody playing in this world that wants to do anything bad and go to prison. Oh, stop, boat, go that way, stupid boats. Oh, look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fix a game, Mojang, 4J, Microsoft, whoever does the stuff. Everything's broken. So, maps still aren't fixed. Come on. Do some work, people. I got Depth Strider, it doesn't matter. Let's imagine I'm on a boat. Look at this. Coming around here. And bang. Some people aren't going to like this. I know that. I understand. But I really like it. Now, there's been quite a few changes since last time you guys were here. Now, I was talking about, look at these squid, they're back. I've got 35 ink sac because I've got looting 2 on my sword, but they just keep spawning here. So this is the entrance for the boats. And then we've got all this part down here, which I've done out of like cracked brick and diorite and andesite, all that stuff there. Changed a little bit of the stuff up the top, but a big change is I've brought the water all the way around because I wanted it to be completely isolated. What am I? My words aren't coming out properly. Here we go. So water all the way around, right? Now, the back isn't great because I haven't really paid much attention to it. It probably looks really horrible. This is actually the first time I've looked at the back. So that's probably something that could be fixed. I saw this part here wasn't really supported very well, but I'm okay with it. It's fantasy. So yeah, very plain on the back. I could change some of these lines up here, but it's a lot of work for something you're not really going to see. You're only going to see the front of it. So let's go straight on in. Don't waste any time here. Now, at night time, this looks amazing because I've got the fire that you can see there in both of these things. And these are really strange. I did like this little spiral pattern thing. I think it looks cool. Oh, creeper. How you doing? Yeah, it's not quite bright enough in there yet. Okay, let's get the torches at the ready. Oh, where did I put my fork up the top? Okay. Let's get some more torches down here. Just for a moment. So this is where the boats come in and dock. Drop the prisoners off. I was thinking a little gate here, so people can't just run out. We safe? We safe? Okay, now I've started doing something interesting with these cells. well, I think it's interesting because this may become a mini game at some stage. Look at this. Little prisoners tried to dig his way out. There would be a bed here hiding or something. And he's like got his own little path out, right? And look at this. It's like a sewer system. He's found his way out and he's out of here, right? How cool is that? Yeah, so I'm not sure of the mini game yet, but I'm just making some random little rooms like this, and even if I don't make a mini game, it's just got a bit more character, which is cool. So let's go on up a bit further. And then we've got some more cells here. Yeah, so the bed would be like that. Sort of hiding it. Now this guy, he's probably like the king of the prison, because he's got all this like contraband down here. Look at this. Look what he's got. He's got a crafting table. That's ultimate contraband. Now he's got a little table here. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I can do that another time. Little table where they play some cards and gamble. And then a bar, so I was just going to put some like flower pots that look like cups. And then he's got his little storage room of where all his bad things would be hidden. Now this is a pretty cool little room. I didn't want to make it look too fancy because I didn't want them to be able to get a hold of too many good things. Now, so that's where we've come up from. Let's go down. Some more cells here. Oh, there was... I missed one of the other cells. I think it was the one down the bottom. We'll just go for a quick run down. It's worth it, trust me. It's not worth it at all. So this guy, he's just got like a little chest room where he puts all his stuff. Kind of cool. Let's get on up and see what changes I've made up here. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so if we go down here, I think I had these cells here before. Pretty much the same. Those ones don't even have any hidden things in them yet. Now there's a mining area, so this is where the prisoners would go down to mine. Just a bit of strip mining. And just a little bit more down here. I didn't do anything crazy because it's, once again, something that's going to take a lot of effort for not a great amount of interest. Let's go all the way up. Now I think, yeah, last time we were here there was a hole here that took us outside, so that's not there anymore. Now, we saw outside, but the thing that's changed is I put this really horrible basketball court here and a little bench for people to sit on. So that's something different. Oh, and I think I also changed the iron bars up the top. There used to be some supporting pillars, but I was like, no, this is more like barbed wires, so I got rid of those. Now, no entry. Authorized personnel only. Look at this guy. We did it. We got an iron golem up here. So I put a chest with all my stuff. Oh, where's my pork? And little windows to look out. Oh yeah, it's nighttime. Let's go have a look. And yeah, just a few little things there. So he watches over the prisoners. I probably will at some stage get some zombie villagers or just some villagers and trap them in here, but not too phased at the moment. Now, let's get back down and have a look at this thing at night time, because that's when it really shines. So, yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, with the moon there. Just wait, I gotta grab a screenshot. Get rid of this. Give me a second. Come on, shift 3. Oh, perfect. That's how I take my screenshots, if you're ever wondering. Take all that stuff off. It's easy on PC, I think. It hides all that stuff for you, but yeah, so very different type of jail, prison build, I'm sure. I haven't seen anything like this before. I'd like to know what you think. NBDX Pancake. Has it fulfilled your dreams of my prison? Hopefully. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And until next time, I think I've got to get going. I've been rambling for a long time. So if anybody else has any suggestions for any other builds similar to this one was quite a big one, but even if you got a small suggestion, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.